Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Health Made Easy. I'm your host, Dr. Jason Jones, and today we are starting a series on probably one of the most important vitamins possible for most people, just because they have a really large group, but it's also a huge deficiency for most people. We're going to go through all of the how to get it, what the deficiencies cause, all of those kinds of things as we go through this series. So super excited to do it. And what we're going to be talking about is we're going to talk about the B vitamins. Now, what are the common B vitamins? B vitamins are found naturally in food. They're needed in small amounts by the body for various functions, everything from making red blood cells, supporting the immune system, boosting energy production. There's about 13 essential vitamins that our body needs, and the B group makes up 8 of them. Now, at our office, at our chiropractic office, we're always concerned about folks getting in the foods that they need to maintain their overall health, because the reality is if you look at your body like a car, it isn't that. But if it was, the type of fuel that you put in there and making sure that everything is in the right concentration is going to improve the performance of that particular vehicle. So, what are the B vitamins? So B vitamins are water-soluble vitamins, essentially that support several metabolic processes of the body. Most B vitamins cannot be synthesized or stored by the body. This means that you have to consume them in your diet. So the types of B vitamins, there are 8 of them. Number 1 is thiamine, which is B1. Has a strong role in nervous system function, so super important for those of you getting chiropractic care. You want your nervous system to be humming on all cylinders, which makes the rest of your body work correctly. And it also helps your body convert glucose or sugar into energy. So some food sources for thiamine are legumes, whole meal cereal grains, seeds, different types of yeast, pork, nuts, and wheat germ. Riboflavin. Riboflavin supports vision and skin health, but it's primarily involved in energy production. Some good food sources for vitamin B2 or riboflavin include yogurt, milk, cottage cheese, egg whites, leafy green vegetables, kidney, liver, yeast, meat, whole grain breads, and cereals. Now, the thing you need to remember is that when you start taking a B vitamin, if you do, and your urine, at least initially, gets this really bright neon color, it's the riboflavin that's doing that, okay? And what that means is that over time, that should likely go away because you are better absorbing it as you need it. Number 3 is niacin or B3. It's needed for the body to convert fat, carbohydrates, and alcohol into energy. Also supports digestive and nervous system health, and as well as maintain skin health. Niacin is very heat stable, and only a little, is lost when you cook it. So, food sources are going to be poultry, meat, fish, eggs, whole grain breads and cereals, milk, mushrooms, nuts, and all protein-containing foods. B5 is pantothenic acid. So B5 is essential for protein, fat, and carbohydrate metabolism, and also needed to help produce steroid hormones, which is all of your sex hormones, natural painkillers that your body produces, as well as red blood cells. Now, some good food sources of pantothenic acid or B5: meats, liver, milk, eggs, kidney, legumes, peanuts, and yeast. And I hope you guys are seeing there is a lot of these different foods that contain one of these B vitamins actually contains a lot of them. So, B6 or pyridoxine, we're just going to call it B6, needed to metabolize carbohydrates and proteins, and essential in the formation of red blood cells and certain brain chemicals. Another very important chiropractic B vitamin is B6, and this includes immune function, brain processes and development, and again, steroid hormone activity, not production, but activity. Some good food sources for B6 are legumes, cereal grains, fish, and shellfish, fruits, liver, meat, poultry, green, and leafy vegetables and nuts. Number 7, B7, is biotin. Biotin is essential for fat synthesis, energy metabolism, glycogen synthesis, basically breaking down your sugars into energy, and amino acid metabolism, which is super important for everybody. However, too much biotin can raise blood cholesterol levels. Okay, chances of you doing that are slim to none, but at least you got to mention it. Good food sources: egg yolks, liver, chicken, mushrooms, cauliflower, peanuts, and yeast. Number 9, or B9, is folic acid or folate. Folic acid or B9 is the synthetic form of folate, and it's needed for red blood cell formation, and it helps in the development of the fetal nervous system, DNA synthesis, and cell growth. Every woman in childbearing age needs to be diets rich in folate, and there are better versions like 5-tetra-methylfolate, all kinds of things like that. Just taking plain old folic acid probably is not going to do it, or not be as good for sure. But you want to be eating those good food sources like legumes, leafy greens, poultry, cereal, eggs, liver, and citrus fruits. Now, last one is B12, which is cobalamin. Cobalamin helps in red blood cell formation, the production and maintenance of myelin surrounding the nerves, which is basically a fatty covering around your nerves that gives it not only insulation but speed of transmission. Another chiropractically important B vitamin, and breaking down of some amino acids and fatty acids to produce energy. Some good food sources of this vitamin include meat, liver, cheese, eggs, milk, and almost anything of animal origin. It is super, super important to always eat a balanced diet and in adequate amounts of these vitamins. Now, all the B vitamins are water-soluble, but not stored in the body. So any excess amounts of these, you're just going to excrete them in the urine, which means that you need to constantly replenish them in your diet. That doesn't mean constantly take supplements. It means constantly eating the foods that have these in them. I'm a fan of both, but you can definitely get them in the supplemental form to ensure that you're getting the right amount on a daily basis. But the cool thing is that because for the most part, you can take more than you need, because the ones that you don't need, your body's just going to urinate out anyway. And I'd rather have more than I need than less than I need. So we'll get into what of B vitamin deficiencies and what those things cause as we go into future podcasts. But just understand that these are super important things that you need to be consuming every single day. I hope this was super helpful. If it was, and you know somebody who wants to be healthier than they are right now, share this podcast with them, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.